Azadlık
official,
taqdim etadi.
The Aral Sea was once a place of life. It was the fourth largest lake in the world. Its waters teemed with fish. The shores were a haven for birds. For centuries, the Aral Sea supported a vibrant ecosystem. Local communities thrived on its bounty. Fishing was a way of life. Families prospered for generations. The Aral Sea was a jewel of Central Asia. The sea was also a vital stopover for migratory birds. They journeyed thousands of miles. These birds rested and refueled on the abundant fish. The Aral Sea was a crucial link in their long migration routes. This diverse ecosystem was a testament to the delicate balance of nature. The surrounding wetlands were equally rich. They were home to a variety of plant and animal life. These wetlands acted as natural filters. They helped to purify the water. They also provided important breeding grounds for many species. The Aral Sea was a testament to the interconnectedness of life. In the 1960s, change arrived. The Soviet Union had ambitious plans. They wanted to transform Central Asia. Their goal was to turn the arid region into a major cotton producer. This meant diverting water from the rivers. These rivers, the Amu, Darya and Sirdarya, fed the Aral Sea. They were the lifeblood of the region. Massive irrigation canals were built. These canals carried the water away from the sea. They channeled it towards vast cotton fields. The goal was to create a new economic engine. Cotton was seen as white gold. However, the consequences for the Aral Sea were dire. The flow of water into the sea dwindled. Year after year, less water reached the lake. The Aral Sea began to shrink. Its salinity levels rose dramatically. The once thriving ecosystem was thrown into chaos. The consequences of this human intervention were severe. The shrinking Aral Sea brought hardship. The fishing industry collapsed. Once bustling ports became ghost towns. Boats sat stranded on the dried seabed. The loss of livelihoods was devastating. Communities that relied on the sea were shattered. As the sea retreated, it left behind a vast, salty desert. This is known as the Aral Desert. The exposed seabed is covered in salt and toxic chemicals. These are remnants of pesticides and fertilizers. The wind picks up this toxic dust. It carries it for hundreds of miles. The dust storms are a health hazard. Respiratory illnesses have skyrocketed. The water supply is contaminated. The once fertile land is now struggling. The Aral Sea disaster is a stark reminder of the unintended consequences of human actions. Section 4, a silent spring. The environmental toll has been immense. The Aral Sea lost most of its water. It became too salty for most fish to survive. Many fish species disappeared entirely. The once thriving fishing industry vanished. The impact extended beyond the sea itself. The shrinking sea led to a loss of habitat. This was devastating for migratory birds. They no longer had a place to rest and feed. Their numbers plummeted. The Aral Sea was a critical link in their migration routes. Now, that link was broken. The wetlands surrounding the sea also suffered. They dried up and disappeared. This resulted in a loss of biodiversity. Plant and animal life dwindled. The once rich ecosystem was decimated. Section 5, Hope on the Horizon. Efforts are underway to restore parts of the Aral Sea. The focus is on the North Aral Sea. A dam was built to separate it from the larger, shrinking South Aral Sea. This has helped to stabilize water levels in the north. Fish are slowly returning. The North Aral Sea is showing signs of recovery. Water levels have risen. Salinity has decreased. Fishing has resumed on a limited scale. This partial success offers a glimmer of hope. However, the challenges remain immense. The South Aral Sea continues to shrink. Its restoration is a much more complex problem. The damage is extensive. The amount of water needed for recovery is enormous. The future of the South Aral Sea remains uncertain. Section 6, a lesson for humanity. The Aral Sea disaster is a tragedy. It is a stark reminder of the power of nature. It is also a testament to the unintended consequences of human actions. We must learn from this environmental catastrophe. We must prioritize sustainable practices. We need to manage water resources responsibly. We must consider the long-term environmental impact of our choices. The fate of the Aral Sea is a wake-up call. The planet is in our hands. We must act now to protect it. The future of our planet depends on it. We must strive for a future where both humanity and nature can thrive.